All right, welcome back to the episode 2 of this free beginner course in forex trading. Again, this is FX Forex Academy. So if you are yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, kindly click on the subscription button now. Turn on post notifications so you will get notified anytime I drop new videos. And don't forget to like and share and watch to the end of this video because it's very, very educative. You get. So now in this episode, I'm going to be talking about currency pairs. I'm going to be talking about currency pairs because you know in forex trading what we trade mostly is what currency pairs. You get, you know, there are in the financial market, there is currency market, there is synthetic market, there is stock market, there's commodity market, you get, but mostly what people trade a lot is the currency pairs, you get. So when we're not talking about currency pairs, currency is actually a particular country, like the money they spend in a particular country, you understand? And when you say pairs, pairs actually really means two things. So when you actually mention all the word pairs, you should know that they are talking about two things. So when they say currency pairs, it really means they are talking about two currencies now. So when you are trading them, it means you are trading one country currency against another country currency. Currency can never be traded alone, can never be traded as a standalone. You cannot say you want to be trading just one particular country currency. It's not possible. You cannot say you want to be trading another particular currency alone. It's not possible. You get. So currency are traded in what? In pairs. You trade them in pairs. So now let's proceed. So these are the examples of currency pairs that I have on my list. I have the Euro USD. You see this EUR is what the Euro currency. USD is the United States dollar. So if you pick EUR USD on your chart, it really means you want to be trading Euro against the United States dollar. You get. So either you are now buying or you are now selling. It depends on you concerning your analysis. Depending your analysis, you get. So when you have GBP USD, GBP is Great British Pounds against the United States dollar. So AUD USD is the Australian dollar against the United States dollar. So USD JPY is United States dollar against Japanese yen. So the currency they spend in Japanese is the one we call yen. You get yen. So there are a lot of currency pairs out there which you can also make more research about. But what I really want you to understand about this currency pair is currency pairs are traded simultaneously. What I mean by simultaneously is that the moment you are buying euro, you click on that buy, you pick this particular pair, these two pair on your chart. For example, this is SAUSD now. So the moment I pick it on the chart and I go to my MT5 to execute, the moment I click on buy on MT5 and I choose Euro USD, the moment I click on buy simply means I'm buying Euro and I'm selling off USD. What does that mean? Like I said, when you want to exchange your Naira, you need to give out your Naira to collect the dollar, right? That's exactly the same principle applies to online as well, but you cannot really get in touch with the money online. You cannot touch the Euro and USD online, but everything is based on online. So the algorithm has already been structured in the way that any money you fund, it might be your Naira that you fund, it might be the dollar that you fund, it might be pounds that you fund. If you pick any currency pairs that you want to trade, automatically is doing its own work at the background. So if you click on the buy, it simply means that you want to buy euro and at the same time you are giving out the dollar out. You are selling the dollar. That is simultaneous. Don't get things complicated. It's very, very easy and very, very simple. It means that euro is strong at that moment and you want to be holding the euro and giving out the United States dollar. That's simply the meaning of that. So the moment you click on the buy, it means you are buying euro and you're selling US dollar. Same thing applies to GBP pounds as well, GBP USD as well. So if you click on buy, it simply means you are buying pounds and you are selling USD. So now let's talk about if you click on sell. If you click on sell, that means you are selling euro. Euro is weak at that particular moment. That means euro is weak at that particular moment. If you click on sell on your Meta 5, according to your analysis, right? So it means the euro is weak. That means you are selling euro and you are buying the dollar because the dollar is strong against the euro at that particular moment. So that's basically what I want you to understand about this currency pair. So now let's proceed. So there's what we call quote currency and base currency. There's what we call quote currency and base currency. You need to understand that fact as well. So I'm going to make use of Euro USD as an example. In currency pairs, in currency pairs, let me put it that way. In currency pairs, there's what we call quote currency and there is what we call base currency. So I'm going to be using Euro USD as an example. So you see Euro is a base currency. USD is the quote currency. Have it at the back of your mind that the first currency in the currency pair is what we call base currency, and the last currency in the currency pairs is what we call quote currency. I hope you understand that scenario. When I say currency pairs, it means two currency together, and two currency together is this euro and USD. So the first currency is the base currency. The second currency, which is the last currency, is the what? The quote currency. Just know that one. That okay, if question might arise, like someone will ask you, okay, do you understand what is the quote currency? What is the base currency? You might find yourself in a particular group talking about quote and base currency. So we don't get confused. So as a beginner now, you know what a base currency is and what a quote currency is. You get so that put that one at the back of your mind as well. That's another thing that you've learned today. So let's talk about the types of currency pairs. Types of currency pairs. Yeah, we have major currency pairs, we have cross currency pairs, and we have exotic currency pairs. I don't have much time, that's why I've not been able to like type it out. I should have typed it out. I think let me find a way for you to like type it out for you. So for the major currency pair, just follow me. For the major currency pair, it's the word from the word major, you should know that the one that it's actually common. So we have Euro USD, we have Euro USD, we have AUD USD, which are very, very common. We have GBP USD, you have Euro like USD, JPY, USD card, let me put it that way. Don't let me hide USD JPY for it because there's some explanation coming down there that you will. USDJPY is also common for in the major currency pair that people trade a lot. So basically, what they mean by major currency pair is the currency pairs that people trade a lot, that have a lot of volumes in the market. Euro USD is part of them, AUD USD is part of them, GBP USD is part of them. In fact, USD JPY is also part of them. Even GBP JPY is also part of them. GBP JPY is also part of them. USD card is also part of them, and the likes like that. AUD card is also part of them. You get so that is for the major currency pairs, right? So when we are talking about the cross currency pairs really means that a currency that actually crosses each other. You get we have uh Japanese crosses, we have British pounds crosses, we have another one I really forgot and where I'm coming. I think I should be able to like got it straight. So the cross currency, let's talk about the yen crosses first. Those that actually crosses part with the Japanese yen. So that is when you now be having GBP, JPY, but when you be having AUD, JPY, Euro, JPY, and some other pairs that you know that okay, they later cross with. If you see them with JPY, as if you see them as JPY as the quote currency, those know it might be NZD JPY, USD JPY, is also part of it. USD JPY, yeah, USD JPY. So just know that basically what I mean by cross currency is like those currency that crosses with uh one particular currency. For example, the currency we're talking about here is the yen, right? The yen. So some other currency actually crosses paths with it. That's why we call them cross currency pairs. When we have GBP JPY, AUD JPY, Euro JPY, USD JPY, you understand? So we have other one which is pounds crosses. But we say pounds crosses, those pairs that actually crosses with those currency that crosses with pounds. When you say pounds now, it means GBP. So we are talking about GBP card, GBP JPY is also part of it. GBP, Euro GBP as well, Euro GBP. So when you have, let me just put it easy. When you have uh some currency that crosses paths with pounds, so it's also cross currency. So lastly, we have the exotic pairs, the exotic currency pairs. When I'm talking about exotic currency pairs, it really means that this particular uh there are some particular country that are not developed like that, they are underdeveloped, in which their currency it has low value. So if the particular country that have low value crosses with the major currency, we term them as the exotic currency pairs. For example, if we have this particular uh, pair. This particular pair, um, Indian Indian rupee against United States dollar. Yes, Indian rupee against United States dollar. We have euro against Turkish lira. Think see, I've forgotten like the this particular thing because I don't trade them most, but just know that the exotic currency pairs is not even advisable to trade them, but just for you to know there's what we call exotic currency pairs you get. So we have USD against South African rands, you get. So that just is when you have some major currency pairs that crosses paths with yeah, this is why I wanted to remember Euro, Turkish lira. So that's just it. So if you have all these particular underdeveloped countries that crosses power with the major currency, we term them as exotic currency pairs. So mostly what we advise a beginner to start trading with is the major currency pairs, which is the one that actually have enough volumes that a lot of people are trading. That's what I would advise a beginner to start trading with. Don't go and be looking for India European USD Rand, Euro Turkish lira. No, don't go and be looking for them. You get don't gotta be looking for them because they have high spread. I'm gonna be talking about what spread is as well in our subsequent video. So we're gonna be stopping for this free beginner course that is brought to you from PyFX Forex Academy. So if you're yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, kindly click on the subscription button. Don't forget to like, share. If you have questions, drop it in the comment section and I'll do well to reply your question in the comment section. If you love this video, say something very nice in the comments. If you actually learned one or two things from there, you can just comment there as well. So, and if you find it very, very valuable, you can share to your friends, share to your relatives, and let them learn from this as well. So, yeah, see you in the next episode.